Okay, thanks everybody for popping on our team call. It's May 23rd, 2017, and tonight we have a guest speaker, Laura Suedback. And did I say that right? Because I didn't even get a chance to listen to your message because I was trying to keep her down.
That's okay. It's Suedback.
Suedback. Okay. Sorry, Laura.
It happens all the time. It's okay.
We're just excited that you guys are all here. Is this anybody's first call? No. I know Sarah was on for a second. She must have had connection issues. It was her first call. We just wanted to welcome anybody that's on for the first time. There you are, Sarah. Can you hear us?
I can. Hi.
Hey, welcome to your first team call. We're so glad you're here.
Sorry, I'm like in bed. I'm super sick today and I look really gross, but just pretend that that's not happening.
You're like cute, and I hope you feel better.
Thanks.
Well, we're just excited you guys are all here tonight. Any team news? The one that I can think of is check out. Some of the team already has done a I Am Team Eat, Sweat, Pray post in our team page. Christy kicked us off, so check out her video and learn a little bit more about that. But share your story and who you are so we can all kind of get to know each other a little bit better in a live video on our team page. You can check out that video for more. Do we have any other news? Christy, Sindel, anybody?
Next week is the live sneak peek, right?
Yes. Yep.
So if you're thinking about that, maybe be talking about it and planning for either joining us or starting your own up. That would be it.
Okay, well, we'll get started. Welcome, Laura, to our call. We're so glad you're here. For those of you that don't know Laura, I know some of you follow her, so you know a little bit about her journey. She has been a coach for 5 years, and at about 2.5 years in, she brought her husband home from work, and now both of them, about a year ago, so 4 years in, she left her job, and now they are coaching full-time and traveling the world, or not the world, but the States. States, did you go to Canada? That counts.
We did, yes.
She's going to share a little bit more about her story, but she's a lifetime one-star diamond coach, but she's got 4 diamonds on her team, which is pretty amazing. She's awesome at social media. She's got a heart for the Lord. I love following her. She's an inspiration. So take it away, Laura.
Well, thank you. This is so fun to be on. This is only the second, team call that I've ever spoken on besides my own. I spoke on Heather Johnson's once 3 years ago, something like that. So it's kind of exciting. I'm just telling myself that I'm excited and not nervous, kind of like what Chalene Johnson tells us to do. I'm excited. But so a little bit about me is, so I started Insanity, did it for, I'm going to just do a quick dirty version. I did it for 6 months straight because I just fell in love with Shanti and fell in love with just finishing a workout, just dripping in sweat. And it changed me from the inside out. It changed the way that I looked at myself. It grew my confidence and just built my mental strength as well, because when you push hard on those hard workouts and you finish knowing that you did everything that you could do, it's just incredible. So I did Insanity for 6 months. I was posting about it on social media, just randomly throwing it out there, some sweaty selfies, and I knew nothing about the coaching opportunity or Shakeology because I would always just shut the workouts off after I was done. And my coach, Lacey Salander, messaged me randomly, and she just said, did you know that you can, you've been doing Insanity, you've been sharing about your journey, did you know that you can help other people get healthy too? And right away, I was yes, I'm in. No, I said I didn't know that, but yes, I'm in. I did take a step back and talk to Dan about it for about 2 weeks probably, but dove in right away because I'd always wanted a job where I could help people in some way. I had always known that on my heart. And so I knew in my gut that this was what I wanted to be doing. And so fast forward, like Kate said, 2.5 years in, was able to bring Dan home from his job. That was kind of my first big goal. And then about 1.5 years later, after that, we had, leading up to that, there were lots of planning and dreaming happening. And my sister and her husband have done this whole RV life previously. And so they kind of showed us that it was possible. It wasn't like something that we were like, hey, let's just go buy an RV and travel around the US, because only old people did that. That's what we thought, you know, and you had to wait until you're retired to do that. And so I won't get into all of those details because that'll take too long, but like I was working a corporate job at the time, and I strategically planned my departure, giving them my notice about, I gave them probably 1.5 years notice because we were just starting a big project. And so I said I would finish that up. And so there was a lot of fear with that as well, because you're taking a huge leap, like the comfy, steady salary with the awesome benefits, and you're leaving all of that behind for this. But this is like my passion and what I love. And I'm not going to start crying, but it was the scariest thing that I've ever done in my entire life, but like the most rewarding as well. It's been such a crazy journey, and we just hit our 1-year anniversary of traveling around the US in the RV last month, and we have plans to keep going for another year, so we'll do the West Coast now. So that's a little bit about me. My team Fully Fit, is amazing, and I love them. And I actually just created all of this content, so I'll probably be sharing it with them next. You guys get it first. So I came up with just like 9 quick tips for building a solid foundation for your business. Just little things that I've learned along the way that and it's probably stuff that you've maybe heard before, but maybe this will be a different way, or I don't know. But the first tip is to love yourself. The power of belief is huge. You have to love yourself first and foremost before you can help other people. Confidence, belief, respect, excitement, all of these things grow in yourself when you love yourself and you believe in yourself. So I want to ask you, how is your self-talk? What goes on inside of your head? Do you love yourself for everything that you are and everything that you aren't? If you're constantly trashing yourself in your head or even out loud, saying things like, I'm fat, I'm a bad mom. Yeah, we all feel those things every once in a while, but you have to stop those thoughts. And so a couple other examples. My house is always dirty. No one will ever want to join my groups. No one will ever want to join my team. I'm such a failure. You won't be able to effectively grow yourself or help others if those thoughts are consistently in your head. So they will define you and will hold you back if you don't get rid of them. And so we need a new way of thinking. These negative thoughts will drag you down, and if you don't get rid of them and replace them with new thoughts, you will never allow yourself to be successful. You'll always believe that you're not worthy, good enough. You have to push new thoughts into your brain repeatedly, every single day, every single minute. The key is awareness, though. So as soon as you find yourself going towards that negative or going towards that negative self-talk, this is what you have to do. And I heard this on a training. And I don't know if you want to do it, but I think that it would really, really help. But every time you start to think something negative about yourself, you need to write it down. You need to actually put it on paper. Because if your brain is like complicated, and if you can see the thing that you're thinking, you can get rid of it. It's weird, but our brain is crazy. So you need to either like carry a notebook around with you or like a piece of paper, and every time you have one of those thoughts, write it down on that piece of paper. Then at the end of the day, get rid of it, like burn it, tear it up, shred it, whatever you want to do. Just get those thoughts out of your head, get them on paper, and then get rid of them. And then start doing positive affirmations. So I pulled up a few that I've been doing lately because I wanted to share them with you. So I actually have set alarms in my phone so that every couple of hours I get these reminders. So at 9 a.m. I lead with strength, confidence, grace, fire, and heart. Because one of the struggles that I've been having lately is believing that I'm a strong enough leader to help my team. And another one that I struggle with, which always happens on, when you're preparing for a call, or I'm a total, growing up, I was super, super shy. And so speaking in front of people, or even standing up in front of people, or raising my hand in class, that, I would get red in the face, sweat. It was terrible, so shy, so introverted. And this, I have had to really, really force myself to grow in this area. And so one of the affirmations that I have in here is, I am a clear communicator and inspire others with my words. So those are just a couple examples, but you need to think about where you struggle and where look at the things that you're writing down, the negative self-talk, and flip it around, because that's what you want to become. So just take the exact opposite of the negative. And then maybe you want to do that. Maybe you put them in your phone as an alarm, or have them written up somewhere where you see them every single day. Our job as coaches is to believe in people before they believe in themselves. So we have to believe in ourselves and love ourselves first and foremost. So that's number one. Number two, know and share your story. You are your business, not Beachbody. Our stories are the most powerful thing that we have. People have to relate to us before they're going to join us or buy anything from us. So it's up to us to make an emotional connection with people. If you think of a store that you love going to, or a coffee shop, or a restaurant, how do you feel when you walk in the door? Do you feel welcomed, peaceful, happy, loved, appreciated? You want people to feel that way when they interact with you in your messages to them, or if they stumble across your posts or your newsfeed on Instagram, or any profile on social media. When they come across you, you want them to know you immediately, and to just get a sense of who you are. We meet people in real life. We've met a lot of online friends, and so when we meet people in real life, they're like, I feel like I already know you. And it's so true, because if you're genuinely sharing who you are, you're good and the bad and everything, people are going to get to know you, create that emotional connection. People want to feel like they matter. They want to be listened to. They want to connect with other people. So let them connect with your story, your struggles, your successes, your life. Don't just get stuck in the cycle of sharing your workouts, inspirational quotes off Pinterest, food pictures, recipes. Be vulnerable. You have to dig deep into your story, and don't ever forget where you came from before Beachbody, because that's the person that you want to be talking to. That's the person that you want to relate to and help. You want to draw them in and show them that you have the answer to help them. And that's really scary. And some of the stuff you're not going to want to share. So go with your gut on that. You don't have to share everything. But just be willing to be vulnerable and open about all of it. If you lack self-confidence, which we just talked about, see number one, it's highly likely that you're not selling yourself, your story. You're trying really hard to sell programs and Shakeology, but it's maybe not working. So take a step back and just do an audit of your social media and pay attention to what you've been posting lately, and is it creating that emotional connection with people? Number three, have clear goals and a clear vision for what you want. Be detailed. your brain doesn't do well with vagueness. And I don't even know if that's a word. I might have made it up. But it has to go deeper. Your business has to go deeper than just wanting to help people. Yes, that's where most of us start because we fall in love with the programs and how it makes us feel. And we want other people to feel that too. But you have to have bigger goals if you want to build this as a business and keep growing. As soon as I knew that I wanted to bring Dan home from his job, it was really easy to put in those late hours after my full-time job. It was easy to sacrifice nights out with friends or happy hours so that I could work on my business. It was sort of easy, a little hard to give up the hobby that I loved, playing volleyball, in order to grow my business, because I knew where I wanted to go. I knew specifically what I wanted, and it just changed everything when you have that focus. So your goals will change and morph over time. So be okay with shifting your vision if you need to, but you have to have something bigger. Maybe you want to pay off a certain student loan or all of your student loans. Maybe you have some credit card debt that you want to pay off. Maybe you need a new car, or you want a new car. Your mortgage. Maybe you want to build an orphanage or a well in Mozambique. That I threw some of my own here. Maybe you want a family vacation to Scotland. Maybe you want to just reward your team with really fun gifts. So get super specific about what it is that you want and what success actually looks like to you, because what it looks like to me is going to look completely different to someone else. It's not always about money, even though money can do a lot. Money makes the world go round, and it can impact so many people. But you need to dig deep into, your dreams and your goals and figure out what it is that you want to do with this. A goal is not a goal until you act on it, though. So as soon as you come up with that thing, figure out what you need to do to actually make it happen. And then set fast approaching deadlines and don't go easy on yourself. If you haven't read The 12-Week Year, I forget who wrote it. I just put it back on the cover, but it's really, really good. It's all about setting fast approaching deadlines to your goal. Like, for example, I wrote down, let's say you want to hit diamond, how many coaches do you need to get there? Roughly, they say like 12 to 14 coaches to be a solid diamond. Okay, so how many people do you need to be inviting every month to get there? Every week? How many coaches do you need to actually add to your team every month? How many months will that take? I've heard other coaches say, like Janelle and some other higher up coaches say that, you can hit diamond in 3 months. It's totally possible. You just have to believe that it's possible and then go for it. And I've had people tell me that they want to hit emerald by the end of the year. I'm like, no. You can be emerald tomorrow if you decide that that's what you want. Like, it's just a decision, simply. And then also one that I struggled with in the beginning is if there is a specific dollar amount that you want to be making, how much volume do you need in each leg to make that happen? Because that's really where the income is coming from. It's not coming from, the ranks play a part of it, but it's really about the volume that you have growing in your 2 legs. And I'm not going to go into that because it's super confusing. So talk to your upline. But most importantly, make sure that your priorities and how you want your life to feel line up with your goals. Number 4, acknowledge your fears, but remember that your dreams are more important. Fear of rejection, fear of failure, fear of not having enough time, fear of not being able to lead others, fear of whatever. We all have so many of them. Our fears can take hold of us, paralyze us, and stop us from what we know that we're called to do. You can still act and move forward in spite of your fears, though. If you can find 5 seconds of insane courage and boldness, you can do anything. It's all about where your focus is. If you're consistently focused on your fears and why you can't do this, or you're letting those fears hold you back, you won't ever move towards your dreams. But if you're focused on your dreams and your big goal, you'll act on those things, because those dreams are helping, and those dreams and helping people are way more important than the fears. Number 5, consistency, consistency, consistency. I had to say it 3 times because we hear it all. I hear it all the time in all of the training calls, but it's so true. Consistency with the vital behaviors, with your income producing activities, which are the your power hours that you're doing every day, in posting to social media, in going live on your page, with your own workouts, with your own nutrition. It's all like, you just need to be consistent in everything. So simply just focus on developing this quality within yourself and you will not fail. Number 6, patience. You have to remember that this business is a marathon and not a sprint. It takes time to grow this business, and honestly, I think that's why most people give up, which breaks my heart because there's so much potential. I always have to remind myself and my coaches that there's a delay in this business. So what you're doing this month actually won't show up until maybe July or August. There might be a few people, that you're talking to right now that jump on board right away and want to join your groups, but the people that you're talking to and the relationships that you're building, some of them might not pay off for 2 to 3 months, sometimes 6 months, sometimes 3 years. You have no idea. So it's simply about building momentum in your business. And it just keeps going. If you're consistently doing the power hours every single day, every single week, and everything that you do this month and next month and the month after, it just continues to roll and you're building momentum. An example is someone from our team, Ellie, who has been steadily consistent. Like she does not miss a power hour. She does it 6 days a week, and tracks everything and is just consistent with the number of people that she's talking to. And last month she hit Success Club 16, and this month she's already at 14, and you just have to keep going. Number 7, don't get comfortable. Keep learning and growing. Don't slow down. If you hit one goal, set another one and keep moving. It's very easy to maybe hit your Success Club 5 goal of the month and then take a step back and be like, okay, I'm good. Or you hit your Success Club 10 goal and you take a step back and you're like, okay, I don't need to talk to any more people this month. But if you do that, you lose that momentum that I was just talking about. And you'll get to next month and be like, oh, I have no one to talk to because you didn't continue talking to people. I'm speaking from experience here. This has happened to me so many times, like a couple of times last year. And so I'm really working on, just continually doing what is most important. Number 8, don't wait to dive in. Failure to launch is the number 1 killer of your business, especially when you're brand new. People are just waiting for you to help them. They need you. And if you just take a step back and you wait, you will lose the momentum that you felt and the excitement that you felt from signing up, because there's this excitement that happens right away in the beginning. So you want to get yourself and the coaches that you will eventually sign up, or the new coaches that you sign up, you want to get quick wins right away. So helping, not getting caught up in making sure that you have all the trainings done before you can do anything. You can take action right away. Like, you can run a group. I'm sure Kate has so many resources out there for you guys that you just dive in and you just start. You don't have to overthink it. So just start to act. Number 9, don't fall into the comparison trap. It will steal your joy, and it will also paralyze you from working your own business. Don't do it. God created you to be exactly who you are, to be exactly where you are in this moment of time. Your life and your journey are yours. And if you start to compare yourself to someone else, you will start to get jealous and angry, which will lead to more jealousy and anger and more comparison, and it's a deadly cycle. So know where you struggle and who you compare yourself to. So just be aware of it, and maybe you need to just stop following them altogether. I've had to do this with some coaches, and I honestly had to like stop following almost all coaches. That way I have my blinders on and I'm running my own race. I'm not looking around to see what other people are doing or like what other ranks they're hitting or how many coaches they're adding. Like, you don't have time for that. Like, there are so many people in your life that need your help and what you have to offer them. So just put the blinders on and run. Being a coach is so much more than just fitness, health, and growing a business. It's about developing yourself into the person that you were meant to be. It's about helping others see their potential for the first time. It's about hope and vision and purpose, having direction for your life, time management, discipline, if you just dive in and start. The biggest thing to remember, though, is to just keep it simple, because we can overcomplicate things so much. I do it all the time, and I constantly am telling myself to just take a step back. So 4 things is all it is. Take care of yourself and your health. Share your journey. Number 2, do your daily power hours and track. Number 3, get obsessed about helping others by running kick butt groups every single month and help other people get results. Number 4, invite people to join you in this amazing life-changing opportunity, and then share everything that you learn with them. There truly is no secret sauce for being successful in this business. It's the little steps every single day, the small, seemingly insignificant things that build the most momentum. The days when you're worn out, tired, feel rejected, just take a deep breath, maybe take a day off, do some personal development and self-care, and then jump back in with both feet. That's all I have.
That was awesome, Laura.
I hope I talked fast enough. I think there's...
Yes, you did. That was awesome. Before I go, does anybody have any questions for Laura?
No? Well, you know where to find me. You can find me.
I'll just say it was fantastic. It was really fun to hear from you, and it's fun having like met you at Summit and seeing where your business is going, and you hit on so many things. And the one thing that sticks out to me is the consistency. And I just am listening to Jensen Cheryl's, one of her books, and she said, if you're not consistent, you're not existent. And that was like, has been sticking in my mind, like how important it is in all of those areas. So thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
I loved the positive affirmation part, because for me, this journey has definitely been about developing confidence. And it's so easy to let those doubts get in your head. So I love the idea, like daily reminders, like having the alarms go off and putting those in your phone. Because like, how awesome would it be to be like, oh yeah, I'm awesome. Like, you know,
it's kind of annoying at times, but other times I'm like, yes, I needed this.
Right now. I love that tip. I think it's awesome. I mean, all of it was awesome, but that really stuck out to me because that's kind of been a big area for me, how I've grown. Body.
Cool. I'm so glad.
I absolutely love that you said a goal is not a goal until you act on it. And I don't know where. I don't know why that's just so stuck. I was like, oh my gosh, she's so right. Like that, and you apply that to every part of your life, not just coaching. Like, but it's true.
Yeah. Yeah, you can write it down.
I have a question that doesn't totally pertain to this, but where do you run your challenge groups, Laura? Do you do them on the My Challenge Tracker, or do you do them on Facebook?
Don't tell, but I don't use the tracker app. I think we're supposed to, but I have tried it so many times. Well, not so many times, maybe like 3 or 4 times. And there are like 2 or 3 things that I just really don't enjoy about it. and I can't remember exactly what they were right now. Oh, one of them is that we like to have people like post their food logs in our groups, because if you can't see what they're eating, you can't really help them specifically. And in the Challenge Tracker app, yeah, you can have them log their Shakeology and their workout, but then there's one extra step to go fill out a food log. So they're filling out like 3 different things. I don't know. So that, and then also just the way that the news feed works. It doesn't bring up the newest one to the top. And then there was something else, but I can't remember what now.
I've been having a love-hate relationship, so I'm picking everybody's brain that I talk to about what they're doing with it.
Yeah, I'm so torn. Yeah, I know. And I may give it another shot, just because there are so many awesome things about it, like being able to, that it pulls it saves your posts that you do, and you can just, click, like schedule a post from like 3 groups ago that you ran, and it's brand new content, and you don't have to like think too hard about it. I love that.
Do you use a food log? Do your challengers like log their food every single day and like turn it into you then? Or do you do like a weekly turn in for your food log?
We do daily. Mainly we just have them type up like breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks, whatever they want to do. Yeah, we do it daily.
Awesome.
And then if we see someone's, lacking in like vegetables or protein, if you kind of know like 21 Day Fix containers, or you can kind of eyeball. And actually Dan shared, Dan did a training for our team, like Nutrition 101, kind of the stuff that we try to look at for people in our group. I could give that to Kate, and she could share it with you guys if you wanted.
That would be awesome.
Our team thought it was really helpful, just because we don't need to be experts in nutrition, but we kind of have experience with it because we've been, through these groups on our own, and I just think it's a huge part of people's journeys.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Any other questions? No.
Cool.
Well, thank you so much, Laura. We really appreciate you taking the time out of your night to.
Oh, anytime. Thank you for having me.
Yes, of course.
Maybe you said this at the beginning. Where are you at now, Laura?
Oh, I didn't. We are in Asheville, North Carolina right now. But we leave tomorrow, and we're going to Kentucky for a couple days, and then in Indiana. Yeah, Indiana. We're making our way like to Door County, Wisconsin, and then down to Minneapolis for the 4th of July. So back to the Midwest.
Will you be driving to New Orleans?
No, thank goodness. I mean, it wouldn't have been that bad, but we are leaving the RV and the dog and Eli with Dan's parents. And then,
nice.
Yeah.
So what's the best place that you've been to so far? What's your favorite?
Charleston, South Carolina has been one of our absolute favorites. Just because like the beach is right there, the ocean, and like really fun history, like the plantations, and I love Savannah as well. But the prettiest, I would say, is the coast of Maine. So like Bar Harbor, Maine, Portland, Maine. There's a bunch of coastal towns with like tons of lighthouses, and it's amazing. It's gorgeous. Go in the summertime though.
Good to know, because we are like up here and we're like, we need to do more like stuff in the New England states.
Yeah. Ask away if you can shoot me a message.
Well, thanks again, Laura, and thanks everybody for popping on. And again, next week we don't have a team call. We'll have the live sneak peek. So if you're wanting to help lead, let us know. And then we'll follow the next week. We'll go back in a team call. So thanks, everybody. I hope you guys have a good night, and we'll talk to you later.
Okay. Bye, guys.
Bye.